Laura, and today I'm taking you with me on my recount of interactive introverts with Dan and Phil. First thing, sun keeps like coming in and out of my room and the lighting keeps getting all mixed up, so I apologize if it's just awful. I look like a potato because I'm about to go to work, so since I didn't get a whole bunch of like footage of interactive introverts, I'm just gonna be your narrator for the rest of the video. I hope you enjoy listening to my ugly ass voice and looking at my ugly ass face because it's going to be accompanying you throughout the rest of this video. So let's go ahead and start off. I attended the Greensboro, North Carolina show that was on July 11th. If you haven't already heard, it was a very unique show. Interactive Introverts Unplugged.
The first time ever, we will be doing a very rare and unique Interactive Introverts Unplugged.
So what does that mean? Seeing as Greensboro was originally the only outdoor venue, of course, it had to rain. In my opinion, I think it just made it more unique. All of Dan and Phil's set stuff got wet and they couldn't use it because they did not want to get electrocuted.
It's gonna be the exact same show, just without all of the lighting in the video, because if we turned it on, we would get electrocuted and die.
Yes.
So throughout the night, it was just a constant like running joke about having a moist and wet experience with Dan and Phil.
We call it like a damp evening with Dan and Phil. A moist experience. A wet and special time.
Have a unique moist experience.
So I guess I'll just start recounting my day. It's Laura. I'm about to go see Interactive Introverts with Dan and Phil. I don't know how to feel right now. I've watched them for nearly 10 years, since 2010. It's just been a long time coming. Here is what I'm wearing. It's like this shiny thing, and then there's like black flowy pants, got some sneakers on, got my makeup on. I'm ready to go. I'm not ready to meet them. I'm gonna be super nervous. Anyway, I don't know how much I'll film, but we'll see. I'm about to go head over to Greensboro and meet my friend there. I'm so excited. Wish me luck. I had VIP. My dear friend Caitlin gave me her other VIP ticket. We were going to go meet Dan and Phil, which was insane. I have been watching both Dan and Phil since 2010. I'm like a veteran. You know, I qualify for that veterans discount. It was an insane experience and one that we had been looking forward to for 8 months. I have just been like getting over my post-tour depression. Still in it, if you're wondering. Anyway, we met up at the venue. Oh. Yeah, hey. Are you looking? What are you doing? Dan and Phil, they do this thing before every meet and greet. They just all of a sudden show up and they're like, hey guys. It's very strange. So we thought they were animatronics when they first came out. To see a celebrity in person after you have watched them for like 8 years on a 2D like screen, it was very like jarring to us. After they had done that, if my anxiety hadn't already been through the roof, it was on fucking Mars now. After seeing them, it was gone. While we were standing in line, Dan tweeted something about the World Cup. If you're a Dan and Phil fan, usually you're gonna have their tweet notifications on. Just imagine, all of us, 100 or so people, all of a sudden you hear the notification just go off on everybody's phone. And then, as soon as everybody pulls out their phone and looks at it, you just hear, Dan just tweet, oh my god, Dan just tweeted, he's about to do a meet and greet, Dan just tweeted. So surreal, it was very weird. Not only one, hearing all these notifications go off at the same time, but two, all of these people know who Dan and Phil are and like are excited about them. So then we were in line. It was very anxious waiting in line. Caitlin and I were like having mini heart attacks. Caitlin, how do you feel? Dead inside. We get to the actual meeting Dan and Phil part. And wow, I'm so glad that I have videos of me meeting them and photos, because To be completely honest with you, I just kind of went on autopilot mode. I just remember being like, okay, this is how you socially interact. All in all, it was a very good meet and greet, as you can see right here.
Thanks for coming. No worries. Yes, we do. No worries. I'll go here. Should we get a photo? Yes, of course. I can take this for us. Yes, of course. Alright, here we go. Adorable. Yes, of course. I'll take one for you too. Very nice. Awesome.
The look of horror that crossed Dan's face, I wish I had like a photo of it from my point of view. He just went from like smiling, cheerful to, oh my god.
Oh my god. I'm sorry for ruining your life, so thank you.
Maggie, shut up. For two guys who say that they are socially inept, constantly awkward, the meet and greet was the most smooth thing ever. Dan knew exactly what to do, Marianne was on top of it, Dan knew how to take the photo, they knew how to do the hands thing. Talking to them both, they were just so sweet and genuine. They're just huge goofballs and they genuinely want to make every fan happy and they put all of their attention on you. They don't rush you when you're talking to them. So Dan and Phil are definitely some of the most genuine celebrities. Anyway, you had VIP, then you also had the opportunity to give them a gift. Marianne, their manager, was in charge of all that, so you gave her the gift and she would take that to their dressing rooms. What I gave them is a hand-painted and handwritten letter. I also got these two square canvas magnets and I painted the dog photos of them on them. Also included a couple of Polaroids of my bunny Winthrop because I thought Phil would enjoy that. Yeah, that's what I gave them. I hope they enjoyed it. Moving on, we went to go stand in line in front of our amphitheater. Oh, hi.
Where you went with Deanna as your profile. Remember that weird, like...
When I was a man? Just our luck, it decided to rain. Yes, it rained. Of course it did. Why wouldn't it rain? So that delayed the show by about 30 minutes and the doors didn't open until about 30 minutes past when they were supposed to. Nevertheless, it was still a very enjoyable experience.
Eat the water.
Yes.
Music.
Are you ready, Caitlin? Are you ready?
Oh my god, step in music. Oh, hello. My gross face. And then all of a sudden, I love it. Oh, I didn't get it. Hold on. My budget is falling off.
We were all just standing there wet in line, having a moist experience with ourselves and the fellow Fanny. I hate saying the word Fanny, I really do. Wow, I just realized that Fanny is like vagina in like other places. Wow, I really hate myself. So anyway, they finally let us in. It was just such a warm like atmosphere. I really enjoyed it.
I hate you.
We got to sit right in the front, right behind speakers, so like I'm kind of deaf now. I already was deaf before, so I'm like doubly as deaf.
Oh, that looks awful.
No, we look cute.
What are we doing here, Dan?
Giving the people what they want!
The show was amazing. During intermission, all of these kids rushed to the front when the final countdown was playing and they started dabbing. security just run up, and security's like, oh hell no. So funny. It was the funniest thing I've ever seen. If you aren't aware, Greensboro was a very iconic show. There are several moments that are just outstanding. I feel like they need awards. We have our moist evening with Dan and Phil. That was a running joke throughout the entire performance. I don't know why, but everybody in Greensboro like really loved the yee thing. So Dan said something about, oh, the cicadas sound weird tonight.
People driving past are going to be like, there's some weird bugs out tonight. Cicadas are on something. It's not like a choo choo, it's just like a yee.
We were all obsessed with the yee meme, more so than other cities. Another thing that happened is somebody threw an actual rose on stage. Dan gave the rose to Phil.
But then Phil, you changed your hair, and here they still are! Wow. There you go for your hair, Phil.
Another thing is they were talking about truth bombs and jobs that Phil could like not have because he is a dysfunctional human being. Sorry Phil, I love you. And one of them was like spies, and then Dan says something like,
Mr. and Mrs. Spam, movie coming to you.
Likewise, everybody freaked out. Since we didn't have any lights, we couldn't have any displays, we couldn't do that thing at the end where like Phil barks like a dog. I don't know if they're supposed to play a video recording of a dog barking, but we couldn't do that obviously. So Phil literally got on his hands and knees and barked like a dog.
Oh my god, that was incredible!
So yeah, those are just a couple of those iconic moments during our Greensboro Unplugged Interactive Introverts experience. Sad. It's over. Yeah. Sad. No, they're gonna be gone. They're not gonna be in North Carolina tomorrow morning, and I'm still gonna be in North Carolina. Mood. Right there. Oh, they're gonna get on it and leave. I'm so sad. Mood. Afterwards, Caitlin, Aaron, and I just went and sat in a Denny's, which I've heard a lot of other people are doing. Denny's is just infamous for having that amazing Tumblr account. If you haven't seen that, you should just go check that out right now. That's an entire meme in itself. So we went to Denny's and chilled there. I didn't get home till 2:30 a.m. because I had to drive certain people home because I am the adult. So since I had to get up at like 7 that following day, I promptly slept in 2.5 hours late and was late to my job, but you know, priorities, right? Anyway, that was my Dan and Phil Interactive Introverts experience. They're amazing on stage, like absolutely amazing. They're better at improv in my opinion than they are at scripted stuff. Since our lights were out, they had to do a lot of improv and it was very funny and I really enjoyed it. I know I will meet them again at some point just because, I mean, they have done so much for me and I can't wait to just give them all my money again in the future. Hope you enjoyed this video. Share it with your other Greensboro Interactive Introverts friends. Greensboro will go down in the books, kids. If you liked my video, please consider subscribing to me because I will have content like this in the future. I will see you with another video soon. Bye!